Okay, so this is a game called Horror Globes. I don't really know what I'm going to be doing yet, but it said there's some screamers in this. That doesn't sound like something that's going to be fun, but we'll find out. Oh, this is serious. I have to hurry. I have a couple of hours before she returns. It's time to find the secret of her homemade treats. Oh yeah, apparently it was like something to do with an old lady. I don't know. But I found this game on Steam, and it looked kind of interesting, so I wanted to check it out. Hello? Closed. I know she hides a copy of the key around here. Well, I guess I'll have to get to looking for that. Not that it's going to be easy for me to find. This is a very small space to start me off with. Oh, I found it. I found something. Oh, I found a rock to move. Okay, with nothing underneath of it. Very useless. There wasn't even any indication when I started the game that I could do that. Or that I should do that, I mean. Oh, here's another one. You got anything underneath you? Nothing worthwhile. Oh, there it is. Right beside where I started and didn't look. Here it is. Yep. I said the same thing. Alright, let's stick it in here. It's still locked. I should use the key I just found. I kind of thought you were going to do that as soon as I clicked on it. Okay, I have it in my hand. Now I can just probably just do that, right? That was a loud door. Everyone is suspicious of everyone since what happened this summer. They have only opened a few doors for me tonight. Let's go down this long and dark trail. That shouldn't lead to anything bad. What's in the trash? It smells disgusting. I'm not going to open that. Oh no, come on. You gotta take all these chances you can get. Oh, go ahead and open it. It seems like this trail is just getting longer. There's an overwhelming surplus of pumpkins, I see. He is one of the children who vanished this summer. Oh, well, that's not good. Still, nothing is known about them. That's why this whole mess has been formed. And I am a child who also decided to come here. It's probably not going to end well. Not only that, I'm a child that came here with the promise of candy, apparently. Oh, I guess the pumpkins were sort of mapping out my way here. How convenient. Am I supposed to go into this house? Or one of these houses? Well, I hope nothing's waiting for me on the inside. Well, this isn't eventful at all. Oh, another newspaper. Those 4 children's faces are everywhere. Yeah, that's kind of what happens when somebody goes missing. What a sinister drawing. That's kind of what happens when somebody's fighting demons. Well, this is not a very nice yard decoration. I have something to say about your choice in that decor. Ooh, do I need that? It seems too small for that amount of wood. I'll take it just in case. Yep, probably something I'm gonna have to use that on eventually. What's under here? Beet sugar sacks from the local factory. Everyone makes homemade candy in town, but her candies have always had a special texture and flavor. Yeah, the texture of I'm gonna kidnap and kill you. Concern is growing after the disappearance of another child without a trace. It is surprising that no one saw what happened. There's something under the newspaper. It's not going to be surprising what's going to happen to me. Hey, what's this? This may be the main door key. Nice. You got me, bro. You got me. It had been months since I had experienced it. I thought it was gone, but I think this situation makes it worse. Something is wrong. She has never been so violent. I should be careful when I'm outside. If I'm not near a refuge, when I notice his presence, I can turn off the flashlight and crouch to try and calm down. Good to know. Do I want to be in the dark with that thing around? Probably not. If it was up to me, I'd not do that. An old scythe. It looks like it hasn't been used for a long time. Crazy lady? Are you gonna be out here waiting for me? I hope you're not. I have a tiny axe, alright? One that was apparently too tiny to chop all that wood. So it's probably too tiny to do anything to you. But I have it. Where's my light going? That was not a nice look. Go into the inside of the house. You can't just do this to me, man. You can't just give me a light that's faulty, bro. Oh, I'm gonna not like how many times I probably am gonna die in this game. Start Hold for 2 to 3 seconds. Nothing happens. Of course it couldn't just be that easy. What is this? Can I just not ever play a game with a bucket of human remains again? So I don't know where the backwards crawling lady went. Oh, she's right fucking there. Chills, bro. Still not 100% on where I need to go. But I paid for this game, so I'm gonna beat it. Oh, it opens. See, that took me longer than it should have to figure out. Something is missing. And that something would be what exactly? Alright, I guess that's a major priority right now. These are the remains of some animal, I think. You think? Recently, several horses ran amok and appeared in the vicinity of the forest with its carcass wide open. The viscera was intact, but all the bones were missing. They don't know what kind of creature could have done that. Oh, I have a good idea as to what it was. The thing that keeps murdering me, most likely. Let's go to the big house. I'm sure there's something good in there. If I can find an entryway. I know there's not one up there. I came up there earlier. Oh, you better not fucking kill me. Fuck you. This is starting to be almost impossible. With that thing skulking around. Hello? Anybody home? It seems that no one is... It seems that she is not at home. Can I still open it? I can try the key I found earlier. Well, you know, that would have been my first choice of idea. This one right here. I don't know what I'm doing. It's a fucking key. How do you not know what you're doing? You better not kill me. That door better still be open. I'm not gonna be very happy if it's not. Are you open, bro? No, because you're a major dick. I might not make it through if I keep getting killed this many times, but I paid for this game, so I'm gonna tough it through this game. Nice painting. Nice painting over here, too. Are you in this room? I forgot. How do I turn my flashlight off? I've seen this drawing before in the town. They relate it to secret witches meetings. They scare us by telling how they gorge themselves of child's flesh and human blood. Stories to keep us from sneaking out from home. that wouldn't be a very effective way to keep me from sneaking out. I honestly do not care for my safety. So, but I do care to get this thing not to kill me. It is not plugged in. I don't think it works. It's too old. You just gotta have faith. A small wooden table. Pretty obvious. Hey, here's another save point. Good. It's locked, but I don't see any locks. There must be some way to open it. I should look around. You should look around. Pins where? So as for something that I can open that door with, could it be in this drawer? No, there's nothing but useless things. What about that drawer? More useless things. Oh. What is this? Oh, this is a candy. I don't know what I'm going to use that for, but I have that now. And use it to rot my teeth. Oh, you didn't light your pumpkins in here. That's not very festive. Look, I don't know what you want me to do here. If I want to go, if I have to go to one of those other buildings, I probably will. Hey, there's a note or something. Or maybe that's just something that's stuck on the TV. Well, that's a very discerning painting. Very dark. I don't even know if I used the word discerning right, but okay. You can just chalk that one up to me being stupid. More big, particularly creepy buildings to go to. Oh shit. Yeah. Hello again. Ooh. Found another piece of candy. Still don't know what those do. Yeah, I'm about to get caught. Should I attempt something with this? Oh, hello. What are you? It's one of those weird keys like the one I found the last night. You dumbass kid. It has fallen on something. It hasn't reached the water. No, you little bitch. Got me. Look, I finally put one of those useless ass tables to good use. So I'm supposed to be grabbing this lone book up here, right? Let's see if I can get up there. Gotta get to it. I remember something I can do now. I'm just an idiot. I forgot I can jump. Secrets of Witchcraft. There better be some dark stuff in this. I'm confused about that, but okay, I'll go with it. How did you unlock the door from there? And you're just a book? Granted, you're a book about witchcraft. That is blood. Yeah, I would not have anything to say about that either. Be speechless. See, it leads into here, so it leads into something that is not good in this room. Yep. Well, what untold horrors will I find in this room? Other than what is before me. Hey, dirty dishes is horrific enough. Yeah, there's another candy. Still don't know why I'm collecting those. Maybe it's like the 8 pages of Slender where it makes the monster more aggressive. I don't know. What do we got here? A book. It talks about the use of bone dust in ancient medicine. The more tortured the subject is at the time of death, the greater the effectiveness. The best way to do this was to use bones of young prisoners who had been sentenced to death and recently executed. Oh, that's a nice thing to read in a time like this. Also, it's a nice time to see a hanging body. As a child, am I just used to that by now? A bucket full of viscera. Not your usual everyday bucket. I'm gonna assume. What do we got here? On Halloween night, the barrier between the living and the dead is broken. The lifeless comes to life and claims what it considers its own. When the night of Halloween falls on a full moon, witches celebrate feasts of flesh and blood. These meetings usually last for days and are accompanied by rituals and sacrifices. Not like the Wicked Witch of the West. These are some actual evil witches we're dealing with. How to prevent a child from burning you alive. Sounds like a sadistic baby to me. Apparently sadistic enough somebody had to write a book about it. What we got here? It does not work. There's some kind of hole to put something in. A coin, perhaps? I have to turn this on to get upstairs. Yeah, that's the idea, I would think. Other horror games have taught me to look through the drawers. Picture of that body in there. Like I didn't just now see it. It's that thing hanging in the pantry. There's something tied to the rope. It looks like the key I found. Something is currently tied to that thing in the pantry, you mean? Because I didn't see it when I went in there. Yeah, no dice. Bummer. Be a nice time to get drunk, although I'm pretty sure this kid is underage. Back to this room with this ugly ass painting again. Ooh, there's another piece of candy. Just mine. Even if I don't legally own it, it is mine now. It's gonna give me a sugar rush. Maybe make it where I can get away from that lady if I have to. The crawling lady is outside. still looking for something that's got some length to pull whatever that is out of there. Well, I've been at this for a while, and I'm probably going to wind up making a part 2. I know I said I'd beat this game. I didn't say I wouldn't do it in sections. So yeah, I'm gonna find out how to get whatever is in that bucket out next time.